Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoimla, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Bahashem, Chachachadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well by the Spirit, taught us his beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh to the best of their ability. Shachanan Waf. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit, and just to show that you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, you are the Hebrew Israelites. That's your biblical nationality. And we are under the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. And this right here is perfect proof of it. So let's just get this story right here real quick.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
We'll begin here at 10 with breaking news coming from Detroit's west side, where 3 people have been shot.
It is happening at Penrod Street in West Davison, and that is where Mara McDonald joins us live right now with the latest for us. Mara?
Hi, Christy. We just got on the scene, so take a look behind me. You can see we've got a massive police presence out here. Let me emphasize at this point that the information that we have is preliminary, but if you are looking down the street here, which is Penrod, you see a home that has its porch light on. That is where the majority of the action has been happening out here. The preliminary information that we have is that 3 people have been shot out here. It is unclear on fatalities at this point. Also, there have been multiple people, and by multiple, I mean more than 7 taken into custody. Whether that is a permanent thing or whether that's for questioning, also unclear right now. The chief of police.
Okay, so Salakia, let me just read into this. Right now, these are some Jakes, because this is the hood. I know this area, so I know this Jake. So-called Negroes. Says Detroit man shoots 2 teens, 2 adults when his food was delivered to their house. See, if that's not a curse, then I don't know what to say. I mean, that is a curse, man. Where, let's just read into it. This shit is out of control, man. Jake and people, you wondering why 2/3 of Jake got to be knocked the hell off, man? Because Jake is just out here ridiculously wicked, man. It says a Detroit resident shot 2 14-year-old boys, a woman, and a man when the food he ordered was accidentally delivered to the house instead of his prosecutor said. The shooting happened around 8:50 p.m. Thursday, April 13th, okay, and they got the block Penrod. Officials said Dion Ray Thomas, 32, of Detroit, ordered food that was wrongfully delivered to a nearby house. When Thomas confronted the people inside the home, the discussion escalated into an argument, according to authorities. Thomas is accused of pulling out a handgun and firing multiple shots, hitting a 31-year-old Dearborn Heights man, a 36-year-old Detroit woman, and 2 14-year-old boys from Detroit. Detroit Police Chief James White said a gun battle broke out between the 2 homes, with more than 30 shots being fired in total. Investigators questioned 11 people. This is what it looks like a shootout, White said. Houses that are next door to each other, so neighbors. So what does the scripture says about being neighborly, man? You know, loving thy neighbors that you love. And this is for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because with the Lord, he actually gave that law to the Hebrew Israelites. He didn't give that law to everybody. See, the so-called white man, he'll try and use that scripture and say, well, hey, look, you know, we know that we done you wrong during slavery, but now, I mean, you know, hey, we have to respect our neighbors and the hell out of here, man. They was even trying to use that scripture to get people to go out and take that jabby jab, roll your damn sleeve up, talking about loving your neighbors, doing it for your neighbors. The hell out of here, man. Okay, it says, police said they confiscated at least 4 guns during the investigation. The 31-year-old man and both teens were taken to the nearby hospital for treatment. Thomas was also treated at the hospital. Thomas is charged with 4 counts of assault and intent to murder, 4 counts of assault with intent to do great bodily harm, 4 counts of felonious assault, 12 felony firearm violations. He was arraigned Monday morning at the 36th District Court and is being held on $500,000 bond cash surety. A bond redetermination hearing is scheduled. Okay, cool. They got all that. Anyway, you get the gist of the story, right? All this was over some food. Probably with a bunch of goddamn abominable bacon on it. Bunch of damn pork. Some saturated fat shit that they didn't need to begin with. You see what I'm saying? I mean, come on. If they delivered the food to the wrong house. Now, Jake, I mean, but this is where it comes to neighborly stuff. Like, hey, look, we didn't order no food, man. You must have the wrong house. But what does Jake do? Take the fucking food. Probably came to the door with a slice of pizza in his fucking hand, talking shit. You know, instead of saying, no, you got the wrong house. We didn't order any food. You see what I'm saying? Or when the neighbor came over, should have said, well, you know, yeah, we got the food, man. Or, you know, we didn't know what was up, whatever. You know, let me reimburse you or something. I don't know. You know, anyway. I mean, but the thing of it is this man, he could have just said, let me call the company real quick and let them know, hey, my food was delivered to the wrong house. I didn't get my food. I need a refund, or I need my food, or whatever the case may be. There were so many different types of ways he could have went about that. But to go as far as shooting, God damn. Hey, Jake threw, man. But let me get one of the curses. Let me show you this curse, man. This is how we know who the children of Israel are. Because the scripture says these curses will be a sign upon us. And in fact, it says that in verse 46. Let's see here. Yeah, verse 46, it says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So let's get the curse that's basically that just happened in this particular situation, basically. Verse 54, it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother and towards the wife of his bosom and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall lead. Now that's going off into our men used to be, you know, delicate towards each other. You know, you wanted to know how, you know, how your family was really, you know, because we looked at each other as a real family, you know, not as some nigga across the street and he's just a complete stranger. We didn't look at our people like that, you know, at one point. But these curses are on our asses so cold to the point where Jacob gun their own brother down. They'll gun their own people down, man, and run open a damn door for Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Now, let me get that for you, sir. You know what I'm saying? But they hate their own people. And that's a part of these curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28, man. Because let's go up into a couple of anger scriptures. Let's see. Because you have to control your anger, man. Let's go into Proverbs real quick. I should have just typed it in differently. See, Proverbs 15:1 is a good one. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. And I'm almost certain nigga was talking shit. You know, probably had beef already. Verse 18, Proverbs 15:18. A wrathful man stirreth up strife, but he that is slow to anger appeases strife. He could have just, hey, look, hey, you know. Because me personally, I wouldn't even have gone next door to even, I wouldn't have gave a fuck. Because how did he know that they didn't order food? They could have ordered food. Instead of him going next door, did y'all got my food? Nah, man. I'd have just called and say, hey, look, I'm waiting on my food to come. I haven't received it. But there's so much shit that goes on with that food delivery crap, man. Jake out here spending all this money on a bunch of bullshit instead of getting up off the couch and making something to eat, man, that's healthier. You know what I'm saying? But that anger thing, man, you have to control that anger. Now he done destroyed his fucking life. I'm willing to bet you he probably sitting around thinking, like, God damn, what the hell was I thinking? All over a fucking cheeseburger, bacon, double cheese, probably, I'm telling you, probably a damn pizza with all kinds of a Supreme with all the nasty meats on it, man. All the abominable meats, man. A damn ham sub or something. Jake threw, man. Proverbs 16:32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city. Man, that goes far, man. Proverbs 19:11, it says, the discretion of a man deferreth his anger, and it is his glory to pass over a transgression. See? You're supposed to be able to pass over a transgression. Like, you know what? Oh, fuck it, man. This is not, I wouldn't have, like I said, I wouldn't have personally had gone next door or across the street or however it happened. Because how did he know they didn't order food? I just would have been like, hey, shit, let me get on the phone. Hey, look, man, I've been waiting here 30, 40 years, an hour done went by. I haven't got my food. You know what I'm saying? And they probably would have said, well, we delivered the food, you know. Well, I didn't get no food. Hey, I don't know the process like that. I'm not big on that food delivery shit. You know, somebody just got your food and you know, able to tamper with it and all this other stuff. Like, I'm a at-home type of person. I like to whip up my own stuff because we're eating bread that's defiled among the heathen anyway, like the scriptures say. You know, eating all kinds of poisons, man. With the so-called white man being all over us like this and having to go to him for one of all things, which is another one of those curses. Because we're not in control of our food. We go to these supermarkets. We don't know where that shit come from. We don't know how the animal was handled. We don't know how they killed the animal. The animal could have died of its, some type of disease. And they just went ahead and grounded his ass up. And now you got ground chunk in the neighborhood. Because Esau don't care. None of these countries, these heathens, man, they don't care nothing about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. When it comes to the food that they have in these supermarkets in your neighborhoods, they don't care. I think that's about all let me see here. It's Proverbs 27:4. Wrath is cruel. See? And anger is outrageous. But who is able to stand before envy? Woo! Ecclesiastes 7:9. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. You know how foolish this stupid motherfucker gotta be? And so lock it for the language. I just gotta call it straight. Use one dumbass to have a shootout over some fucking fast food, man. You done destroyed your life. Now you sitting up, you need $500,000 to get your ass out of jail just for a little while because they're going to give you the business. You shooting kids? But like I said, on both ends, I'm sure there's some fault because those neighbors should have said, hey, look, man, hey, we didn't order any food. Are you sure you have the right address? That's where integrity comes into play, man. Matter of fact, let me see if this scripture's on integrity. Somebody come to my door and be like, I'm here with your order. Like, I didn't order anything, so maybe you got the wrong, you sure you got the right address? Come on, man. But Jake, take the damn food, close the door, and go through the bag like, just greedy as hell, man. I'm telling you, man, you gotta use some integrity, man. Let me see, though. Yeah, this is a good one right here. Proverbs 11:3. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. See? And that's pretty much what's going to overall happen. Integrity of the upright shall guide them. So had they had integrity, it would have guided them to say, hey, no, this is not our food. You sure you got the right address? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to take somebody's food, that because, the food has been paid for, basically. They come to the door, they might get a tip. But generally, when people, that's probably what he was pissed about. But still, though, there's a certain way to handle things, man. Certain way to handle things. And sometimes you got to just take a L, man. Proverbs 19:1. Better is the poor that walketh in his integrity than he that is perverse in his lips and is a fool. You see? Because I'm willing to bet you it was some chatter. It was some back and forth. It was some talk. Yo, give me my goddamn food. Such and such, such and such. Come on, man. Over some food. You done shot 4 people over some food. Your own people over some food. So that lets you know right there, too. Just think how Jake gonna be when shit hits the fans out here, man. And there ain't no damn food. They ain't gonna be able to call up Grubhub or whoever the hell else to get something delivered to their fat asses, man. Proverbs 20:7. The just man walketh in integrity. His children are blessed after him. See? Because somebody out of those 4 people that got shot, even the damn 14-year-olds should have said, hey, ma, that's wrong, man. Hey, Pops, that's wrong. That'd be wrong of us to take somebody's food like that. If it was me, See, they don't put themselves in the shoes of the other person. If it was me, I wouldn't want somebody to take my food like that. You see what I'm saying? All they had to do was tell that delivery driver, hey, look, man, you at the wrong house. We didn't order any food. And that would have cleared all that. But see, we're under those curses, man, because Jake is wicked as hell. Jake, wicked as hell. I'm telling you, probably will rip the bag right open. Pepperoni, sausage, bacon. Oh my. Jake, man. Dude, man. Let me see if I can find it. It's a lot here for the laughter, man, but it's like, you gotta laugh at some of this stuff, man. Let me see, man. Golly, boy. And I had seen this. And the other day I seen that story. And it's just, you know, I'm just getting around to just touching on it, man. Let's see. Here's the law. Wait, that's a good one right here too, though. Coveting, man. You ain't coveting shit, man. You know damn well that fool was law in this hill, man. Oh, man. Man. See, we had in tech. Look, man, all these, I can read pretty much all these, man. But I want to get, let's get this one. Because like I said, I can read from verse 7 through like 11. Let me just start at verse 7 here. Exodus 22:7. These were things that we was going by, man, in the ancient days. If a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, and it be stolen out of the man's house, if the thief be found, let him pay double. If the thief be not found, then the master of the house shall be brought unto the judges to see whether he had put his hands into his neighbor's goods. Verse 9. For all manner of trespass, whether it be for ox, for ass, for sheep, or for raiment, or for any manner of lost thing, which another challenges to be his, the cause of both parties shall come before the judges, and whom the judges shall condemn, he shall pay double unto his neighbor. Right? Verse 10, if a man deliver unto his neighbor an ass, or an ox, or sheep, or any beast to keep, and it die, or be hurt, or driven away, no man seeing it, then shall an oath of the Lord be between them both, that he have not put his hand unto the neighbor's goods, and the owner of it shall accept thereof, and he shall not make it good. See? And it just goes on. Let me see this. They got verse 14. And if a man borrow aught of his neighbor, and it be hurt or die, the owner thereof being not with it, he shall surely make it good. So it means, basically you had to pay. But there were rules and regulations that we went by, man. But you had integrity to say, hey, no, that's not mine. Hey, look, brother, you just dropped your money on the ground. Jake, see you drop money on the ground and go and put their fucking foot on it, man, and stand on it, man, until you walk away. You see? That's wicked, man. I wanted to get I can get to see Leviticus 19:13. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. That goes off into, like working and stuff, but you can still use that because you're not supposed to defraud your neighbor. Because that was defrauding that guy. But still, he should have had sense enough to not act that fucking stupid over some food, man. Let me see. This is the one I wanted. Leviticus 19:17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. You're not supposed to hate. That's hatred, man. You got to have a severe amount of hatred within your heart to pull a gun and shoot at teenagers and shoot at just people in general. You ain't care about the man. Boy, I tell you. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord Yahweh. See that? Can't get around it. But I just wanted to just touch on this to just show that we are the children of Israel. And when you read the scriptures, you put the pieces to the puzzle by the Spirit, man, it's going to show you that we're the people that fit these curses to a T. You think the so-called Israeli person over here in Israel right now is going through these types of curses? When's the last time you heard of a Jewish man shooting at his Jewish neighbor across the street over some kosher pig or some kosher whatever. You're never gonna hear that. You're not gonna hear about them hating each other to that extent, man. They don't fit these curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28. That's how we know that they're not the people. See, we fit these curses to a T, because this shit is ridiculous. I'm willing to bet you it was some abominable shit that he ordered too. All he had to do was say, hey, look, and even if he had to take the L, because, when it comes to Jake, a lot of the times, man, these companies don't believe Jake because Jake be doing so much bullshit, man. No, we delivered the food. You got the food. then you got to run. And Jake will go into these restaurants. Jake will go to these places and act a complete goddamn fool. Jake will shoot up a restaurant, too. I ain't getting my food. Goddamn it, y'all gonna give me my money back or y'all gonna... And then it'll be in the hood, you know what I'm saying, with some old silly ass manager that don't have no etiquette, no integrity neither. Talking all kinds of shit instead of trying to diffuse the situation by just, hey, it's better to just get a man a whole nother order even if you think that you gave it to him. You see? But those neighbors that took that food, they should have had some integrity, man. Now, your kids going back and forth to court, they sitting on the stand, got to tell the story over and over again. Lives done been disrupted. Just a bunch of bullshit, man, over some food, bro. And I'm willing to bet you, there was some bacon in there somewhere. But anyway, with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Hey, use integrity. Hey, I be working on it myself. Anger, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. Because shit will piss you off. But you got to use the scriptures, man. Let the Lord handle it. Because the Lord... will get vengeance for you, man. Vengeance is the Lord. You don't go and just do no shit like I'm talking about for real, because this dude, he done fucked himself up. He's 32. Hey, this man will be in jail, man, when your house shot come more than likely, man. Last place I would want to be is in a damn jail cell, man, in this day and time. Hell no, man. When I'm going to jail, I want it to be for the sake of this gospel, man. I'm going and trying to go to jail, man, for no silly ass, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Anyway, with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala.